To be sitting here watching this video, every single one of your ancestors had to survive all of them. World wars, plagues, famines, volcanic winters, and disasters so extreme that humanity came threateningly close to extinction. An unbroken chain stretching back thousands of generations. One mistake, one unlucky day, one ancestor failing to survive, and you'd never exist. Which means you are the result of one of the longest winning streaks in history. Most people think the Ice Age was the hardest time to be alive. Freezing temperatures, hungry predators, woolly mammoths roaming the landscape. But surprisingly, the Ice Age doesn't even make today's list. These are the 5 worst moments in human history to be alive. And we start with a decade where humanity didn't just fight for survival against nature, we became our own greatest threat. Number 5, World War II. The 1940s, history's deadliest conflict. And unlike earlier wars, there was nowhere to hide. The battlefield wasn't somewhere else. It was your city, your street, your home. Children grew up surrounded by air raid sirens, rubble, and uncertainty. Entire cities were transformed into battle zones. Technology advanced at an incredible pace, but so did humanity's ability to destroy itself. More than 70 million people died. It was the moment humanity proved that nature wasn't our greatest threat, we were. But even World War II eventually ended. Imagine being born into a conflict so endless that nobody could remember what peace felt like. Number 4, the 30 Years' War. Central Europe, 1618, a war that lasted not months, not years, 3 decades. Long enough for a child to be born, grow up, and have children of their own while the fighting continued. Mercenary armies roamed the countryside like swarms of locusts. They stole food, burned villages, destroyed crops, and spread disease wherever they went. Many people never died in battle, they simply starved. Entire regions lost more than half their population. For millions of people, survival became a daily gamble. But at least your enemy was visible. Imagine fighting something you could not see, something that could move through entire communities without warning. Number 3, the Black Death. One of the deadliest diseases in human history. The Black Death didn't arrive with armies, it arrived with fleas. Within a few years, it killed tens of millions of people. Entire villages disappeared, mass graves filled faster than they could be dug. The terrifying part was how ordinary life became dangerous. Everyday interactions carried invisible risks. People had no understanding of bacteria, germs, or infection. Entire communities watched the disease spread without knowing how to stop it. In many places, society itself began to break down. But even the plague allowed people to see tomorrow coming. The next disaster looked like the end of the world itself. Number 2, the year 536. Historians often call it the worst year to be alive. In 536 Common Era, a massive volcanic eruption filled the atmosphere with ash. Then another eruption followed, and another. The sun dimmed for 18 months. Imagine waking up every day beneath a sky that never truly became bright. Crops failed, temperatures collapsed, famine spread across continents, snow fell during summer, entire societies entered a nightmare they couldn't explain. Without science, people could only watch the darkness grow and wonder if the universe itself was dying. Yet somehow humanity survived. But one event pushed us closer to extinction than anything else on this list. Number 1, the Toba supervolcano. 74,000 years ago, a supervolcano erupted in what is now Indonesia. Not an ordinary eruption, one of the powerful eruptions Earth has ever witnessed. The blast darkened the skies, temperatures dropped, ecosystems collapsed, food became scarce across huge portions of the planet. Some researchers believe the global human population may have fallen to only a few thousand individuals. Think about that. Not millions, not hundreds of thousands, just a tiny group of survivors scattered across the earth. Every person alive today may trace their ancestry back to that incredibly small population. If those people had failed, human history ends. No civilizations, no cities, no technology, no modern world, and no you. So what's the worst moment in history to be alive? A world war, a plague, a generation trapped in darkness, or a volcanic winter that nearly erased our species? Whatever your answer, one fact remains. You exist because an unbroken chain of survivors made it through every disaster history could throw at them. The next time life feels impossible, remember, your ancestors survived far worse. Which era do you honestly think you could have survived?